Hey everybody, Matt Brown here. Just want to take a minute to show you my website, needbucksnow.com. This is an article that I wrote today, April 6, 2015. It's called Metal Detecting While in Maine Wilderness. Scroll down here. It says Tom looked out the window of his car and marveled at all the beauty he saw in the Allagash wilderness. It was the beginning of spring, and this was a perfect time to start panning for gold. He decided to stop in a remote area and use his binoculars to take in some more of the breathtaking views. The western part of Maine is where the highest concentration of gold is found in the state, and it seemed to Tom that the Allagash wilderness would make for a peaceful gold hunt. A moose looked at him casually from the other side of the river, and a hawk could be seen circling overhead. Carefully, he unpacked his metal detector, accessories, and supplies. Next, Tom dropped his car top boat down, dragging it to the shore and inserting the oars and anchor. He had also planned to do some fishing while he was here and had brought his fishing poles and supplies with him. This was going to be an adventure, and he wanted to make the most of his time. With his boat fully loaded, he began to row while looking out for any placer deposits, the primary type of gold found in Maine. As the river was still a little high from the melting snow, he decided that he would stick close to the shore. He took comfort in the fact that the boat had a good motor on it, just in case he needed it. Off to the left was an interesting looking tributary, and he turned his bow toward it. Stopping for the first time, he beached his boat and began to run his metal detector. A pile of rocks around which the water swirled drew his particular interest. He began moving his metal detector around it. Exactly as I predicted, Tom thought. He had found some gold all right, a placer deposit where the stream had carried it down. The gold was in some muck, and he had to carefully separate it away from the muck. It was just a few small nuggets this time, but he was certain that he would find more as he continued metal detecting this area. For now, he made up his mind to stick with this tributary because it looked like a good spot, and the river current had been tough for him to fight. He did not want to burn up his limited gasoline supply on the first day after all. Looking at the shoreline, there was a number of places that he might expect to find gold. One of them was a pool of water that he was now approaching. It was rocky enough to give him something to walk on, and still shallow enough that the water did not go above his hiking boots. Even though Even through them, he could feel the cold of the water. Slowly and methodically, he began working through the pool, getting lucky in a couple of spots, finding small nuggets in his pan after he dug up what he could find from the bottom of the pool. After going through the pool and finding a small amount of gold, Tom moved to the shore. His idea was that perhaps spring floods had deposited gold on the banks. The metal detector first spotted a shiny cigarette lighter that had been buried by the sediment, apparently having been left there by a tourist or possibly a fisherman. As close by, he also found an old metal fishing lure. He walked back to his boat and put it in his tackle box. While going back, Tom found a shallow rapids area that he could use to cross the tributary, but he moved slowly while waving his metal detector back and forth in hopes of finding some more nuggets. A deer snorted from within the bushes, startling Tom. He quickly ran away at the sight of that, and Tom started walking towards the opposite shore, moving carefully to avoid missing any deposits. He was right at the edge of the water when his metal detector suddenly started beeping wildly. He used a metal detector pinpointer to locate the exact location and employed a hand trowel to dig through the sediment and gravel. But to read the rest of this article, just go to needbucksnow.com. To get my newest articles and reviews, just put your email address in the subscribe via email and get started today. Thank you.